Live from NPR News, I'm Corva Coleman. Former President Donald Trump will campaign today in Michigan. He'll be at a conference of the National Guard Association of the United States. Trump may criticize the Biden administration on this third anniversary of the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. Polls show Vice President Harris has taken a narrow lead in 3 of the critical swing states. That's according to a new analysis from NPR. NPR's Domenico Montanaro reports that Democratic enthusiasm for Harris is translating to advantages.
Vice President Harris is now ahead in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania in an average of the polls. If that holds, it would likely be just enough for Harris to get to exactly the 270 electoral votes she needs to win the presidency. But all 3 states are within the polls' margins of error, and in the Sunbelt states of Nevada, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, the states remain tied. Harris and her vice presidential running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, will be in Georgia later this week, and the Harris campaign will have plenty of money to make a significant push in the 70 days until Election Day. It announced over the weekend it had raised $500 million in the last 5 weeks. Domenico Montanaro, NPR News, Washington.
As students across the country begin a new school year, many will have to comply with a raft of new state laws that restrict or ban the use of cell phones in classrooms. From member station WFYI, Lee Gaines reports at least 7 states have passed laws in recent years to restrict the use of cell phones in schools.
6 of these laws take effect this school year, according to an analysis by Education Week. That includes Indiana's new law, which bans students from using cell phones and other devices like headphones during instructional time. The law provides exceptions for emergencies, medical needs, and students with disabilities who need their phone for schoolwork. Education leaders and policymakers from both political parties are increasingly concerned about the impact of phones on student learning and mental health. And a study released earlier this year by the Pew Research Center found that nearly 3/4 of U.S. high school teachers say cell phones are a major problem in classrooms. For NPR News, I'm Lee Gaines in Indianapolis.
The National Hurricane Center says Hurricane Honette has weakened to a tropical storm. It's passed about 175 miles south of the Big Island of Hawaii, but it dropped nearly a foot of rain there. Forecasters say this has triggered flash flooding. Phil Becker owns a coffee plantation on Hawaii. He says the heavy rain has flooded the bridges around him.
So that means people that are trying to get from Hilo to Kona or Kona to Hilo are trapped. They cannot go either direction because the road is flooded. So that stops the traffic.
But more is coming. The National Hurricane Center warns Hurricane Gilma is aiming at Hawaii and could hit by Friday. This is NPR.